Hey folks, Species 7 here, welcome back to the channel, and today we've got another map review for you here on Farm Sim 15, and this is Bjornland multifruit, which obviously from the name is another edit of the Bjornholm map, which is fine. It's quite fine. I've run into several maps that a couple that didn't even have anything to do with the original Bjornholm that had that same, go down the slope, this is your new farm at Bjornholm, blah blah blah. So anyway, here we go. We have here feeding triggers for our chickens, the straw or grain and the water, and our chickens are now over here. In fact, I think what I'm going to do, just so we can see all these guys, is bring in some critters. So this was requested by one of my subscribers to do this map, and after looking around I can see why they were impressed with it. Sure, close enough just to get some visible presence. Get like 5 of everybody. It has, as you can see, a full, it's a different chicken picture than the most of them use. Very cool. It has all of these. The chicken fattening mod, the lamb breeding fattening mod, the beef breeding fattening mod, all of those things are included and well placed. There's our piggies. Alright, so that should do it. We've got all of the suitable animals. That's quite the herd, eh? Nice. Alright, let's head back in here. There we go, there's our lubberly rooster. And the rest of the ladies are wandering about. You have an actual pickup point for your eggs right here. So, without further ado, bunch of extra vehicles in the driveway. There was actually a lizard truck parked over here as well, and it turned out to be real. However, I left it somewhere. Okay, these guys are not real. Well, I mean, they're real, but they're not really ours. It's kind of a neat little delivery van, actually. That would, looks like maybe a European version of the Ford Econoline or Ford Move Van, whatever they call them now. Alrighty, out here. And why is this not working? I think I have all the right triggers. I know it worked with a vehicle, so I think that could be the issue. And that's kind of a drag. I guess unless you have a vehicle you can't get out of your yard. That's a little odd. Anyway, once you do get out of your yard, you can, little garden there, come down the hill, and we get an area with a couple of greenhouses, which is kind of cool. These are functional greenhouses. So you can see they give you a water level and a manure fill level. So very cool. Nothing growing in them at the moment, but that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Got another one over here. So, very nice. We got our water well. Carrying on down here. Boop, 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 boop. We have our fertilizer. Click. Nice. Ooh. We want to go across here. Whoops. Oh. Kind of neat. There we go. Little covered bridge takes us into our farmyard. And again, these do all work if you have the animation trigger installed, but you have to be in a vehicle. They apparently don't do anything if you're not. Here we have our storage. It's kind of nicely done. Straw, grass, forage, and here we can see the digital sign gives us straw, grass, silage, forage, chaff, manure, and wood chips, which are the rest of these guys over here. So you can see we've got our silage and our chaff and our manure and potatoes and sugar beets and wood chips. It's all there. We've got a mixing station for our moose rations. Over here we have our silos way up. And here we can see, that particular silo doesn't actually take grains. It takes nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, NPK, which oddly enough is nitrogen, potassium, and, well, yeah. I don't know why they've got a separate listing for each. Calc, compost, and fertilizer. Well, fertilizer is also NPK, so, because that's, yeah, a little strange. Nitrogen, potassium, and potash, but which is the makeup of any fertilizer, plus of course micronutrients and things like that if you're lucky. And here's our regular silos. As you can see, we have oats, rye, and sunflower added to the mix, which is pretty nice. We have our seeds here. We have our seed master. We got a fueling point here. Here's our dumping point for the silos. Got a little bit of vehicular storage. We have the only field we own, which is right here, field 23. And, bit of a nasty bit of kit in it. Quite a slope. Wow. Alright, and that, as I say, that is the only field you get to start with. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Heading back along the farm. We have tractor weights everywhere. We got a big shed. And another big shed. At least this one's got a harvester in it. We can continue back up the hill. Hop over. And if we go over here, we will find some cattles. There's a rather interesting looking bridge. There's been quite a lot of little features like that added. In fact, this is one of the better straight up Bjornholm revisions I've seen, in so much as it really does sort of fool you into thinking maybe that's not where you are. So here's our standard moose. Hello to cows. Ladies. What you eating? Crunch, crunch. Hey, that's pretty cool. You can actually see where she's crunched away on the ground here. Eat the purple flowers. Don't like purple flowers? Alright. I won't force you. And here's our stock cow barn. Da-da-da-da. Usual things. And again, unfortunately, they only seem to... the doors, I'd have the map animation triggers. I don't think there was any other required. But the doors only seem to open if you're in a vehicle. Here's one of the sugar beet mixing dealies. And I guess it'll empty into this trough. Alrighty, so... let's head down the hill. And we find... I'm going to assume this tank is water, because it would be kind of an odd place to put a fert tank. And we have a small silage bunker. There we go. Now, let's have a look at our map, shall we? You can see there's quite a bit on here. Most of the stuff is in roughly the same place. You know, the transport company, the shipping office. We have biomass plant, we have a bioheating plant. There are 2 composting plants, both on the same property, and I believe we got to go up the hill here. We can have a look at all the rest of our critters. Yeah, two heating plants. We have a bioheat plant as well. There is a sugar factory. Now, I think that's just basically a place to drop sugar beets. There may be a little more involved to it, but as far as I know, it is just simply a place to drop sugar beets. Up here, way up, we come across the rest of our animals with a storage shed, a mixing station, and over here we have chickens number 2, and we can actually get into this one, so there you go. There's a chicken building. We have pigs. We have our lambs. So yeah, this is quite the little ag center for critters around here, I'll tell you. Big tall silo. And this one would be what? I think this is one of these silage silos, possibly. Yep. We can, or what they call fermenting silos, straw and silage in there. Ferment them together. And another large storage shed. We have cattle. Yes, moo. Here's our wool pallet collector and the various feeding units for the sheeps. A very squeaky windmill. And yeah, this is basically all of our animal culture area together. I'm going to zip down here. There we go. Here's our biogas plant. And as you can see, we are now way down there in the middle of the map by field 22. Sorry about that, folks. I had to take a quick break there. Whenever I record, my darn kitty either wants in if he's out or wants out if he's in. I think he just pouts if I won't go and sit in the living room with him because I'm busy on my computer. He knows that's a sure sign that you're going to be ignored. So, poor little fella. But that puts an end to his meowling. Oh, what have we got here? Grass, straw, and chaff. Okie dokie. Wow. So, there's quite a few different things. Quite a few different things for a BGA plant. This is kind of neat. Oh yeah. We get to drop those items in here, I guess. There is our big slurry tank. We've got our digesters over here. We have like 4 or 5 nice big bins. Here's our loading area, complete with concrete ramp and a dual munchy crunchy design. Nice. Alright, so let's hop in our suitably lemon yellow peak up and drive it into the first solid object we can find. So, hey, there you go, the gates do open. Great, with flashing warning beacons and the whole 9 yards. Now, I'm just curious here. Let's hop out. And we'll let the gate close. And yeah, there you go. So never get caught out of your vehicle in a locked area unless you're good at jumping fences. That's kind of an interesting way to do it. Alright, we have close to here. Yeah. Alright, well, this is nice and close, so let's zip over here and see what we've got going on, shall we? This looks like a garden center, am I right? Yes, it is. This is the garden center. So, nicely made again. Another barrier gate. We got a tip area here. I would think we can buy saplings. Yes, tree saplings. Yes, we can fill our tree planter. And this will tell us we can buy them. Yes. Alright. Of course, spot for fertilizer pickup. A poop pickup. A slurry pickup. And seeds. Yum, 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 yum. Extra strong. Oh, that's fertilizer. Extra strong fertilizer for plants that can bite your head right off. What the heck? I don't think I'll want to use that. And here we go. We've got our seeds, our calc, and our ferts. I guess this would be the whole NP and K thing. Here's the seeds. Alright. So a very well fleshed out garden center. Now, we'll head down to the butcher, which is close by here, I do believe. Yeah. Hopefully I've not messed this up. Should be right up here. And here we go. This is your slaughterhouse, or your butcher, as it were. And here's the drop-off point. Whew. Great big building. Can you imagine how bad this parking lot smells? Alright, that's that. So that's your butcher shop. Freight yard factory is the sugar beet place. Now, there is also, as I said, a lot that has dual composting plants on it. Okay, that's the BGA. We were just there. Okay, it's just up the hill from there. This is our composting center. And as you can see, it's split into two different sides, both with functional compost units. And a digital scale in the center. So very cool. I'm not sure what the purpose of having two... Whoops, we'll not be going that way, laddie. Having two of these particularly is, but maybe. What the heck was that? Very cool. I thought there was something parked there for a moment, but hey, I'm easily fooled. So there are missions on the map from the look of things, although there doesn't appear to actually be gold coins, or I just haven't found any. Maybe they're all piled in one spot. But here we have wood chip storage, and that is strictly storage, I believe. Cool. And can't even make that particular corner. If we head back up here, we'll find ourselves back at the main farm. So there we go. And once again, of course, like I say, all the gates do function as long as you're in a vehicle. Alright, let's have a quick look at everything we can have a quick look at. Nothing particularly special there. Here's our crop listings. As I say, we have the usual wheat, barley, canola, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, and wood chips. And we also have lime, compost, nitrogen, phosphor, potassium fertilizer, NPK fertilizer, seeds, not sure. Sunflowers, oats, rye, piggies, beefies, lambs, chicken twos, and silage. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sell points. Wow. Pretty good. And I think pretty much everything else on the map, all of the sell points are fairly standard. What else? Is there anything really super cool? Okay, biogas we've seen. Transport company, shipping office have not really changed that much. We've been to the lower places. As I say, the one listed as factory is just a sugar beet drop-off point, to the best of my knowledge. So, that's sort of been a reasonably good look at this map. As I said, there is quite a lot more to explore, but it's all pretty much the standard fare. So, I think we will call that good for a first view. It is a nice map, seems to run fairly well. You do need to read the description though, because there are mods that you require to get everything to work properly that are not in the original mod folder. Although, as it is a straight drag and drop, it is possible that some of the mods were actually included, like the chopped straw, etc. But, as I say, I don't believe it actually contained the animation trigger when I first started, etc. So here, we once again have another set of silos with a fertilizer of one type. I believe this is the seed one, isn't it? That little red dots, I'm pretty sure, represents the seeds. And this would be your calc. This is another seed pallet. And a huge fertilizer stock. And fuel. So there you go. And that does pretty much, and as I say, none of the fences work. Unless you're in a vehicle. It's kind of a different way to do it. And then we're back up to all of our animal stuff. So really cool map if you like to keep things relatively tight, i.e. you could really work... Oh, what do we got here? Lambs, pigs, cattle, and chickens. Oh, very cool. I assume that tells you how many are ready for sale, because we do have 5 or 10 of everything, and nothing showing on there. So yeah, the big animal area, really nicely laid out. Everything's all close together where you can make use of it. I said the map seems to run fairly smoothly. That is kind of annoying. This field was 2 fields on the original. It was 2 fields on the one that we played, Bjornholm, as well, but they've made it into one giant field here. And wow. Okay, you'd spend a minute or 2 here. Holy smokes. What in the heck? How big is this field? I think this is actually the buy point here. 5.2, is that all? Only 5.2 hectares. Seems bigger just because it's stretched out, I guess. 150, so, well, a reasonable price for a huge amount of land. Alright. Well, I think that's going to do it for this little look. Again, this is Bjornland multifruit. It is available on Mod Hoster. And, well, decent map. In my view, not bad at all. You will require some pretty good equipment to be running some of these fields, obviously, but beyond that, it should provide absolute hours of entertainment. So, this is that other little farm area that was... Oh, usually you end up owning this field. And this time we don't, but that's okay. It also strikes me as being a little bigger than it was in the last particular compilation that we did. And what do we got here? Oh, I see. We're just getting into the backside of... Okay. I get it. I see how... What's been changed and placed where. Okay, now this area makes a little more sense to me. So, there you go, guys. If you like the review, hit that like button. Would be appreciated. And, yeah. Any comments, I will most certainly answer for you ASAP. Till then, though, this has been Species 7, having a look at Bjornland multifruit. Till next time, take care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.